Okay, so today we're talking about a marketing fail that proves one very important rule. Just because something is shocking doesn't mean it's smart marketing. Because in 2018, Snapchat ran an ad that made the entire internet pause and say, "Wait, they approved what?" The ad asked users a simple game question. Would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? Yeah, that actually happened. And it turned into one of Snapchat's most chaotic PR disasters. So picture this, it's 2018. Snapchat is already having a bit of a rough year. Instagram is copying every feature they launch, and growth is slowing. Investors are watching closely, and the company is trying really hard to stay the cool platform for younger audiences. Now, Snapchat had opened its advertising platform so third-party apps could promote themselves inside the app. One of those apps was a game called Would You Rather? You know the game. Those ridiculous internet questions like, would you rather fight a one-horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? But this version took a very different turn. The ad showed Rihanna and asked users, would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? And if that sounds wildly inappropriate, that's because it referenced a very real event. Back in 2009, Chris Brown assaulted Rihanna in a domestic violence incident that made international headlines. So when Snapchat turned that moment into a casual game ad, some people immediately saw a problem. Actually, scratch that. The internet saw a very big problem. Screenshots of the ad spread across social media within hours, and the reaction was instant. People called the ad tone deaf, insensitive, and wildly disrespectful. But things really exploded when Rihanna herself responded. Rihanna posted a statement on Instagram addressing Snapchat directly, and let's just say she did not hold back. She criticized the company for turning domestic violence into a joke, and she made it clear that the issue wasn't about her. She said the ad disrespected all victims of abuse. Once Rihanna spoke out, the story went from internet outrage to global news almost immediately. Snapchat quickly removed the ad and issued an apology. They said it had been approved in error, but by then the damage was already done. Because shortly after backlash, Snapchat's stock price dropped. Hundreds of millions of dollars in market value disappeared, all because of one ad. Imagine losing that much money because someone somewhere thought, yeah, this seems like a fun idea. So what really went wrong here? Let's break it down. 1. Cultural blindness. The ad used a real domestic violence incident as entertainment. Shock marketing can work, but joking about real trauma, that's really different. 2. Broken approval process. The ad didn't just magically appear. It went through Snapchat's ad review system, which means multiple people likely saw it and somehow it still got approved. That's not just a bad idea, that's a broken system. 3. Misunderstanding the audience. Snapchat's audience is largely young and socially aware. This demographic needs to respond strongly to issues like abuse and social justice. Instead of feeling edgy or funny, the ad felt deeply disrespectful. 4. Underestimating celebrity power. In the social media era, celebrities are basically their own media channels. When Rihanna responded, the conversation exploded globally. One Instagram post turned into a bad ad into a full-blown PR crisis. In the end, Snapchat removed the ad and banned the advertisers responsible. But the incident became one of the company's most embarrassing marketing moments, not because the campaign was controversial, but because it showed a major brand completely missing the cultural movement. The biggest takeaway? Shock market is not a strategy. Attention alone isn't valuable if it destroys trust. The best marketing understands context, culture, and empathy, because when brands ignore that, the internet will absolutely remind them. And that's the story of how one ad turned into a very expensive marketing mistake. Not because the ad was bold, but because the strategy ignored the moment we were living in. This has been Campaigns That Crashed, where we break down the wildest marketing disasters so that you don't have to learn the hard way. Follow along for more deep dives, marketing lessons, and brand chaos.